Third phase of moon.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. This is Blake Cousins, and tonight we're going to get off to some amazing, debate about whether UFOs are aliens from other planets or possible angels, and some people even claim demons. What is it? What are they? UFO sightings have been going on over LA on a mass scale. We have special guest tonight, Robert Bingham, the man who summoned UFOs. He just did a major event over there in Griffith Park. Hundreds of people showed up. We got video. We're on location. Amazing stuff. Also, we got some amazing footage out of Mexico. Manuel Sanchez is incredibly a master at his filmmaking skills, getting incredible shots, using his tripod, getting these amazing large craft over the skies of Mexico. And we're taking your calls right here at 347-934-0378. And, we're going to go straight to our first guest right here, Robert Bingham, the man who summons UFOs. Hey, thanks a lot for joining us right here at Third Phase of Moon.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you for inviting me, Blake.
Okay, so tell us about this event. We looked at some of the video, and it looked like quite the crowd that showed up. We asked the people from around the world, people in the Los Angeles area, to show up, and, it was quite an array of people that did show up, right?
Right. I hadn't done one for quite a while. I think people were really ready for me to do an event. So a lot of people did show up, and since I was going to do it at Griffith Park on top of a hill, it was a pretty good outing, if anything, and we did get a lot of footage. When we got there, we were waiting when I got there, there was already a whole bunch of people there in the parking lot next to the Greek Theater, and I greeted everybody, as many people as I could, and I had a feeling that they were going to show up right there in the parking lot because it's up in the hills. And sure enough, I was looking up in the sky looking for them, and I guess everybody else started looking, and then they spotted them. I didn't spot them. Somebody else spotted them. Next to me, I think it was Andrew, and there was 3 of them.
The video is quite incredible.
I didn't keep my word.
You have a large group of people that show up in the parking lot right there at Griffith Park, and then you go on this crusade up the hill to the observatory and the higher ground, and that was quite a hike for regular people just to go up there. And what did they see?
Even for myself, it was quite a hike, and there was no restrooms up there. That's the sad part. The reason why we couldn't take cars up there is because there was a major fire up there once before. So, but because I said I was going to do it there, I even though the terrestrials showed up at the parking lot, I decided to go up there because of the comments I always get about doing it at the Park Plaza by the same people. And I just wanted to do it.
Well, what were the people seeing once you got to the summit? A lot of people claim these are angels. You claim they're angels, and other people claim they're demons. We have a private investigator, Joe Rodriguez, on the line here. We're going to get to him shortly in regards to his theory on that. But, go ahead, tell us what people saw on the ground. And, a lot of people showed up with camera equipment.
Well, I got there, and I was tired, naturally. And I told people the technique I use to summon and to use it when they go home, practice using it. And I went through everything with them, and I told them to call me or email me if they got results. I got a few of them that got results, positive results. They've seen them. And I taught this to many people, and I'm sure you already know. So when we got there, I did, I did what I do to some of them. And approximately maybe a minute or two, I don't know how long it went by, but it was a short little while. One came by. I was so tired I didn't even have my camera ready. And I don't know who got footage of the first one that went by us. I still would like to
we look at the video, and when you summon the UFOs, it's a lot out of you, like it draws a lot of energy out doing this kind of thing?
Yes, it takes a lot of energy out of me. And but I got footage of the second one, and then a person that was there from Malibu, his name is Chris, he sent me 23 photos, really good photos. He had a good camera. He took photo of one, that was in the parking lot about, I don't know how many thousand feet, maybe about 30, 40,000 feet. Maybe, it's up there in the clouds. It was very low. I took some photos. I told a friend of mine, I said, well, we're going to see them much. And sure enough, they came and I took some photos. And I haven't posted them yet. But people can say they're demons. I mean, all the people that have discovered things throughout the ages, right away people want to say they attribute it to the devil. Well, I don't believe that. I think people have to open their mind.
Open their minds and, keep an open mind about whether, they are demons or not. We got a, private investigator holding here, and we're going to get to, I think is on the line right now is Joe Rodriguez from L.A.
Hi. Hi, Robert and Blake. How are you guys?
Hey, we're doing good. Appreciate you joining us.
Good. Thank you. Well, here's the thing. First of all, Robert, thank you for inviting me to that thing in Griffith Park. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, though, a lot of people started taking off, walking away, because we did see a couple of balloons. We didn't see anything else. Robert, did you see something there?
You assumed they were balloons, but if you would analyze the things that they did, they were not balloons.
Really?
A lot of times they'll take the figure of a balloon only because they might perceive a threat of some sort. Now, Joel, were you there?
Okay, well, hold on, Robert. A threat by who? By us? I mean, we didn't even have any guns. I didn't take my weapon.
You got people out there that are hunting for technology, willing to shoot them down. I've seen it done. They're willing to shoot them down for anything further technological.
So, Robert, you think that the UFOs were being cautious?
And it's like code. They're willing to do anything to go after that. Go ahead.
Well, you were saying that excuse me, but just before I forget, Robert, are you saying that the UFOs were being cautious? They were afraid of us? Is that what you were saying?
I'm not saying they were afraid of us.
Why were they
transforming into... I don't know what's out there in the hills, Joe. I really don't. But I'm just saying that they didn't operate like balloons. They might have looked like one a little bit, but they did. Did you see the 3 UFOs that showed up in the parking lot? Were you there?
No, I didn't. No, I did not see that.
Well, did you? Well, then talk to the people that were there. You seen there was a lot of people there.
But after we walked quite a bit.
Good.
Okay, but after we walked quite a bit.
I'm not here to argue the point. I'm not here to argue the point. The thing is, Joe, how many times have you been to my events and witnessed what I do?
Yeah. I'm not going to say I didn't see some stuff. I've seen some stuff before.
Videos saying that
I'm just talking about.
Not balloons.
Yeah, I do. But this time at Griffith Park, though.
Okay, one at a time on the conversation so we could get both sides. So, yeah, exactly. Robert's asking Joe Rodriguez. He's been to many of the events. The last event in Griffith Park, there's been mention of, some of these objects, they look like balloons. Robert Bingham says, they possibly have that characteristic, but they're not. Joe Rodriguez has a different opinion. But Joe, what about, some of the sightings that you've seen in the past in regards to, Robert Bingham's summonings over at Park Plaza?
I have absolutely seen a light that is not a balloon, and I videotaped it. I have it on YouTube and all that, and it was very interesting, very shocking. So yeah, I'm not saying that you're a fake, Robert. I'm not saying that, but this time at Griffith Park, I'm sorry, but boy, we didn't see anything.
Well, you haven't really analyzed the footage that I've taken. I've been posting there to also take closer looks at this stuff, and you'll see that they're not balloons.
Okay, well, let's just go straight to, we got a special guest also, spiritual leader Reynolds Kamakavioli. He's from Hawaii. He knows a lot about, spirituality and the UFOs. Maybe he has an opinion on basically whether these are demons or not. Reynolds, thanks for joining us right here at Third Phase of Moon. What do you have to say about all this?
When we have sightings, a lot of the sightings are open, and they're also set for certain people to see. And sometimes people that are there are not going to see it because you're not ready, or then you're not about to be shown whatever it is. However, sightings of a UFO doesn't mean you see it. It means you also sense it. You also feel that energy, the energy level. Now, what happens there, and you can feel that energy, and the energy level is very, very strong, and it's okay. And I've had people that told me, I never see nothing. I've had them with me, I never see nothing. But 5 or 6 of them will say, I got a message from them. I got this from them. I got that from them. It's because not every one of them that came was supposed to get the message and get the energy, get the response that comes from the UFO. Also, Linda has something to share about that, too, that I want you to hear. And then there's also a physician. This is Dr. Linda Stolik, and she is from Illinois, and she is now part of a group called Starkeepers here in Hawaii. And so we want to share this portion to you and let the people know. Go ahead, Linda.
Well, first of all, thank you for having us on here.
Hey, thanks for being on Third Moon. Go ahead.
Well, Reynolds is absolutely right. As far as not everybody has the vibration, which is able to perceive things. And people perceive things in different ways. Just like some people will perceive, say an elephant, there's the old story about, it's round and it's hard, or no, it's ropey and has a tail. It's from your vantage point and where you're able to perceive it from. Now, we're all interdimensional beings. However, some of us will resonate at a higher frequency than others. And some of us are able to resonate with frequencies which we can just perceive as red or blue or green. But other people can perceive things such as angels or the elementals or other realms, which, are as natural to them as, another human walking around. I'm one of those people. I can see beings, I've seen them my whole life, but they don't always appear to other people. However, I've noticed when they're around, even people who cannot sense, per se, they'll feel something. They'll say, I have a funny feeling, or I just thought about my grandma, or something of that nature, because there are different doorways and different dimensions, which are now, as we've gone through the different astrological things we've gone through over the past couple of years, have made it clearer for many people to see. So if people aren't ready to see things, they're not going to.
So Robert, or Joe Rodriguez, you can chime in on, do you think these are, maybe what you're saying are, instead of demons or angels, are multi-dimensional beings?
Well,
you asking me?
When I have these events,
let's go with her first.
With who?
Go with Robert. Go, Robert.
Okay. When I have these events, Blake, my mission is to open the eyes of everybody that I can, and everybody that comes to my event sees what I see, and they get to see firsthand what I'm trying to do, and that is to tell them that we are going into a different age, like she said, a different vibration, and they're here to usher us into a new age, one that is much more efficient, and that will eliminate all the things that are really wrong with the world. And I don't want to go into that, but
I know why you don't want to go into that, Robert.
Wait. I don't want to go into that because we don't have the time to talk about that. But I'm there. I have the vibrations. My mission is to be a spearhead and to sort of let's pop the bubble, which is people not recognizing and that we've been hoodwinked and we haven't been told the truth about all this by people in charge. And so I'm doing my best I can to let the people hear and see what they haven't been told. And if you walk around with me, I can show you every day, any time of the week. I did I don't know if everybody knows Dr. John DeSalvo. He's a physicist. He called me and he asked me, Robert, I talked to him for an hour. He said, can you do me a favor? I go, what is it, Dr. John? He goes, can you send them to me right now? I said, I've done it for other people. Why can't I do it for you? So I told him what to do, and I did it. And I said, call me back and tell me the results. He called me back, and he said he was just astounded that it happened. He was in Minnesota. I told him, I don't want to know where you're at. Just I'll send them, and they'll show up. So he told all his colleagues, I'm going to be on this radio show, which is called Mysterious Realms. I'll be on there May 2nd from 8:30 to 9:30, and people can call up and ask questions. It'll be hosted by Dr. John DeSalvo and Jamie Lee of Fox News. The phone number is 347-989-1012. And we'll have guests from Ancient Magical Circle of Three, and another guest, Dr. Grant McFitris.
Oh, sounds great.
They're finding me very credible out there. So I'm always going to have people that don't believe it, and they're out there trying to debunk me. But I've been doing this for 13 years. I have thousands of sightings.
In its own way, he says that he's seen things that you've possibly done. Joe, what do you think? Why do you always, linger on the demonic side of what's happening?
Let me tell you, it's very simple. I'm glad you asked, Robert. Blake, and let me tell you what's going on. Do you remember the prayer that Jesus said when he taught us how to pray, Our Father who is in heaven, holy be your name? In that prayer, he says, take care of us from the evil one. So Jesus was talking about the evil one. Who is the evil one? Unless Jesus was lying, there is an evil one out there. He's a demon.
But in heaven, you obviously have to believe in hell. If you believe in God, you have to believe in the devil. There's not one way around that, I would think, right?
Well, if you believe in God, you have to believe in the Bible. Where else are you going to get God from? So if you believe in the Bible, if you believe in God, you have to believe in the Bible, because the Bible describes God and how he made us and everything. And if you believe in Jesus, then you have to believe that he said, protect us from the evil one. So if we are to be protected from the evil one, that means that there's something out there that's going to be after us. And we ask God for protection. Now here's where he's working right now, and this is why I keep on connecting it to the evil or to Satan. It's because Robert just said a few minutes ago, that these UFOs, entities, whatever they are, they're going to usher us into a better world. But a lot of people that have read the Bible or know about the Bible, they know that Jesus is the one that's going to come and usher us into the better world, not the UFOs.
Wait, Joe. Jesus is going to come with the angels, and he is going to come. And when they say he's going to be riding that cloud, he's going to be on a ship. You watch.
So what you're saying then is that, okay, so what you're saying is that these UFOs, go ahead.
He's going to come in a ship, and he's going to come also with the angels. I don't worship the angels. I respect them. They are workers for God, Jehovah, and Jesus. I believe in everything. I don't believe in Satan. I believe in I don't believe that we have to. I believe that good will overcome evil, and that's what this is all about.
Well, okay, let me go ahead and finish.
Now in the world, you know that, right? So that's what they're here for, to address.
Let me go ahead and finish what I was saying, Robert.
The world right now.
Let me finish what I was saying, Robert.
Go ahead.
A lot of people, for example, when I went and saw my first sighting, and I did see some weird things up there. There was like in April of last year, and you can find that on Envision Magic, on YouTube, Envision Magic. I videotaped the stuff. And I can see a friend of yours that was there. She was yelling at these things as they were flying up there.
I can't help what other people do.
She was saying, "Come help us, don't leave us, show us the way, teach us the way." And I'm thinking, why is this lady yelling at these UFOs? She doesn't know who they are. She's yelling at them as if they were Jesus.
So I don't know who you're talking about, but they can. Okay. I invite everybody to the video.
I have it on the video, Robert.
Well, Joe, I invite everybody to the event. Skeptics, debunkers, anybody who wants to show to the event. Those who don't believe.
Okay, but my whole point was that some people see these things as if they are the saviors.
I'm not starting a religion, Joe.
Let me
I know that. Well, I'm not saying you are.
Let let me ask a question to Joe.
You are, but I'm saying that they're here to contradict the people, to confuse the people. That's what they're here for.
That's what you feel. Let me ask you, Joe, how well do you know the Bible?
Very well.
Very well. So you're an avid reader of the Bible.
Yes, of course.
But the other day you were on the radio said that you're not very religious. That's what you said. You don't go to church very much, yet you're an avid reader of the Bible. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm just out here, and to let people know what I do. That's it. And
go ahead,
by
Joe,
bringing the angels forth.
Let's just let me get to that. I just say we're going to get right back to it. The YouTube or the radio show that we have going right now, it runs for about a half hour, and then we cut to there's another 15 minutes of the show. So if it cuts out here, don't worry, we're going to put it on YouTube, and the whole conversation is going to be posted. So if it cuts out in a half hour on this show, don't worry, we're going to be posting it again tomorrow with video from the scene of Los Angeles, some of the stuff that Joe's been talking about, and some of the things that Reynolds has been talking about. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, well, basically what I'm saying is Robert is not, you're not a fake, Robert. I know that you're able to do these things. And so there's a guy named Prophet Yahweh that does these things, and I'm sure there's many other people that can call down these UFOs. I'm not saying you're fake.
I really don't know anybody, but they all say they do, but I don't see anybody doing events like I do, but they all say,
I've seen it on YouTube.
They all write books and all that, and for the Prophet and all that, but I have not yet seen. They all say they do, but I have
on
not
video. I've seen it on video.
Free public events. Otherwise, I'd be there to see what they're doing.
If anybody Googles the word Prophet Yahweh, this is 5 years ago. He did that. He did it in front of a news team, Channel 5 or something, out of Las Vegas somewhere or Nevada somewhere. So it's been done. So I'm not saying it's not happening, but what I am saying is that the purpose of these things is to confuse the masses.
But a lot of people are doing it, so I don't know any. But
that's okay. And then Jesus said this. Jesus says that in the last days there's going to be a huge mass deception. That's written in the Bible. A huge mass deception.
Joe, can I ask you, do you think Robert is the Antichrist?
Pardon me?
Do you think Robert Bingham is the Antichrist?
No, he looks like the Antichrist, but he is not the Antichrist.
Blake, can I share something with you?
Hey, Reynolds.
The people saying things that they don't understand, but go ahead.
I just wanted to say, Reynolds is here too. He claims he has the power to summon UFOs. He's not doing events like Robert Bingham. He has done events, actually. Go ahead, Reynolds. Tell us about some of your history doing this in front of the public.
Let me get into some of the discussion with Christ and the UFO, and let me share this with you. Linda and I have been in contact with Christ on a daily basis.
Yes.
Not like everybody else, or on a Sunday, whatever. We've been in contact with Christ on a daily basis, and the reason for this is because there is a relationship to the UFOs and Christ. Yes. There is a big relationship. I'm going to tell you, there's a hidden secret. There's a hidden secret that's been kept by the you-know-who to keep people from understanding that. And I know about it. I've seen it. I have visions with it. And we had and there's a relationship with Christ and the UFOs. And definitely we've been talking with him. We've been getting information. He is really a part of this because the earth is Christ. I mean, it belongs to Christ. And we receive that information. The earth belongs to Christ. This is his baby.
The Bible says the opposite, that the earth belongs to Satan, not to Christ. It's in the Bible. Satan is the ruler of the earth.
Well, I think we've been hoodwinked for a long time, that's all.
That's in the Bible.
And what happens is that because of that, there's been so much in between that has covered up, and I'm going to tell you this has been a major cover-up for a lot of people. And we've been in contact with Christ for, like days. Every single day, he talks with us and he's sharing with us. He is getting ready to really come back. He's returning.
Okay, let me ask you a question about that. Can I ask you a question about your contact with Christ, please?
Yes.
Go ahead, Joe. You want to ask the question?
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
just have a question. Okay. When you contacted Christ and you asked him, hey, Christ, what's going on with all these UFOs and stuff? I mean, what's the deal? Are you coming? Are you here already? Are you on your way? What's the deal with the UFOs? Why are you playing peekaboo? Some people see it, some don't. Sometimes they're here, they're there, they're all over the place. I mean, Jesus Christ, what kind of a game are you playing? When you asked him that, what did he say?
When I make contact with the UFOs, and I've made many contacts with UFOs.
You said you were making contact with Jesus, you said.
And also, with Christ too. And he has been on the holy ship. He has been on the holy ship, and the holy ship contains all of the angels, all of everything inside of that holy ship. And there is one. And so the thing about it is that people slowly have to turn. It's just like going to kindergarten. You never read a book before, but all of a sudden it's going to take you some time to understand it. There's a lot of people that just don't understand.
You can't think with the heart of man.
Yeah, you can't think with the heart of man.
You have to think higher.
But that's not how God works. God has never played peekaboo with people. They're all you're saying they're all on the bus in the sky, all cramped up into a UFO. I mean, how ridiculous
is that? He spoke to Moses in the burning bush.
Yeah, he spoke to Moses in the burning bush.
Can you repeat that?
He talked to Noah through it.
Yeah.
And he speaks to us as well.
And so we get a lot of information, and there is a relationship. Yeah, we were there with him yesterday.
So did you ask Jesus a question I asked you? Did you ask him, why are you playing peekaboo, appearing here and there in different places?
It was not relevant question.
Yeah, it's not something that we would ask him, because that peekaboo
when he comes, he shows us. He tells us what to do and what to do next.
Yeah, and we follow
through.
Right.
What did he tell you? What did he tell you what to do?
And what was very
one of the things
important,
that he
which
told
he
you to
always
do?
stated, is that you have to be very decisive and to, really, you have to separate the wheat from the chaff and know what you're talking about.
Linda, what is the important thing that he told you to do, Linda?
Well, let's see.
Linda, I like to say that this new us doing what we're doing to show the people, it's like a door opening. A little light comes in, and then the door gets wider and wider. More light comes in, because we've been in the dark in a lot of stuff. And this is what's happening now. That light's coming in, the truth's coming in, and people are going to get aware of the truth. And that's why I go out there and I do what I do, and it's
we do as well. Perhaps I can share a vision with you.
Go ahead. The vision. Go ahead, Linda.
This was about 15 years ago, and this was in a Bible study that this vision came down. I saw a light come down.
Linda, I'm talking recently. Recently, Linda, what did Jesus tell you recently to do?
Go to the mountain. This is about 2-3 days ago. He told us to go to Mauna Kea. I have a surprise for you. And we went there yesterday. We did.
To go where?
To the holy mountain, Mauna Kea.
It's on the mountain. The mountain is located on the island of Hawaii.
Okay.
It's the tallest mountain.
To do what? I understand. To do what?
When we say do ceremony, it means to bring homage and honor to Christ, or wherever we are.
So that's the big revelation Jesus gave you, to go give honor to Christ?
No, this was the directions that he gave me. You asked me what has he told me. He said to go to the mountain, and so we went. And when we went, no, he tells us all kinds of things. He tells us when to have our events, where to have them, who to call, what to do. And this is the thing,
wow.
People can, poo-poo it or whatever, but when you follow that energetic stream, which is laid down, and you can decipher which one is real and which one is not, then you're not going to be led off onto all these false flags. You're going to follow the real trail.
Follow the real trail. And
okay.
when you,
let me tell you what Jesus told me. I'm going to tell you what Jesus told me. He says that when he returns, it's going to be like a thief in the night. It's going to be very sudden, and that every eye will see him. That he's not going to play peekaboo. He said, I'm not going to play peekaboo. I'm going to pop up. Every eye will see me, and it's going to happen like a thief in the night. All of a sudden, it's going to happen like a flash.
Let me chime in on this. The peekaboo, the thief in the night.
There's enough awakened souls.
Let's just put it this way, and a theory that scares me because of this dialogue. It goes, everybody's heated up. It's going both ways. And, I appreciate Joe having his opinion and everybody having their opinion. That's what Third Phase of Moon's all about is, everybody's got an opinion, state it and say it. What I'm saying is, what about governments actually taking advantage of this, of people's questions and insecurities possibly, and doing a massive hoax that's going to look like the second coming of Christ and do this holographic, HARP kind of technology and do something over the cities? Anybody have any opinion about this?
I got an opinion on that, Blake. This is Robert. All the planning and all use of technology that people are saying that the government's going to use by doing holograms and HARP and all this other stuff is actually going to be beneficial for the angels because they're the originators of the technology because of what was given by the down ships that the U.S. recovered. So naturally, they're going to use it for their advantage, while these governments or whatever are planning to do the deception. Are not, it's not going to work for them. They're already doing it now with
yes.
Internet. They're doing it with the television. If you look at all the movies being made and television, you'll see these orbs that are in all of them. Look at them real closely. They're already showing, and on the news, everywhere. They're showing people that they're there.
That's part of the deception, Robert.
No, that's
part
not
of the mass deception.
That's part of the of showing what's going on.
That's not how God works. That's not how God plays the game.
Listen in there. What's going on is they are going to come and set their own government. That's what the Bible says. Jesus is going to set his own government. A lot of these governments are not going to want to go for it. A lot of corporations don't want to stop using oil or nuclear power. And that's what the whole deal is about, money. So that's going to end. Period.
Yeah, when Jesus returns, it's going to end. But Jesus doesn't play games sending UFOs and playing peekaboo, appearing here and appearing there and appearing everywhere. And then we got the balloons in Griffith Park. He doesn't play games like that.
Believe.
So let me ask you this, dude.
You better have an open mind. So.
Wait a second. Let me ask Joe a question. Joe, do you think demons, the devil's playing peekaboo? So if they're demons, they're playing these peekaboo games. They don't play big.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Absolutely, they're playing peekaboo. Let me tell you the reason behind it. It's a tease. It's a tease. It gets a lot of people riled up and looking in the wrong direction. They're looking in the wrong direction. They're focusing. They're thinking, like Robert says, that they're going to bring us peace and all this and all that. It's not them. It's Jesus who's going to bring the peace, not the UFOs. They're making people look in the wrong direction. It's satanic. It's like I'm a magician. I'm a magician, and I'm a magician.
UFOs when they're actually
I'm a magician. Hold on, let me finish. I'm a magician, and I know how to make people look at the wrong place in order for me to accomplish my magic trick. So it's the same thing, but in a world scale. So he's having people look in the wrong direction, not only with the UFOs, but with all kinds of stuff. With the economy, you name it, with all kinds of crap. Television, movies, entertainment, girls, dancing, nightclubs, all this stuff, everybody looking in the wrong direction.
Well, the media is the grandmaster of the architect of, the mass deception and, doing this kind of stuff. I don't know if demons behind it or angels. All I know is people in power are behind it, and they're going to take advantage of it.
Well, I'm going to have... I think I said enough about angels and trying to. I just know what I know, and I believe what Linda's saying, and the other guest, I forgot his name, but that's what my mission is to show people. I'll be having an event maybe in 2 weeks, so I'll give you the date, Blake, and you can post it. And again, I'll be on the radio with Dr. John DeSalvo and Jamie Lee from Fox on March 2nd from 8:30 and 9:30 Central Time. And you can listen to the show at area code 347-989-1012. And I can go deeper into this subject, but when you get in religion, you can talk forever on this subject, because apparently Joe's determined to say they're demons. I'd be careful with that.
Well, yep, Joe's going to have his last statement here. Hey, Robert Bingham, thanks for, as always, coming on Third Phase of Moon and sharing your footage with us. And, keep doing what you're doing. And, you're capturing some amazing things over there. So we're always looking forward to your footage. Thanks again, Robert.
Oh, thank you, Blake. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks, Robert. Go ahead, Joe. Any last final statement?
Okay, Robert, thank you so much. I mean, you are the real deal. You do call down these things, but this last time at Griffith Park, those things were balloons. I'm sorry, but I have seen you do the other stuff. I don't know what they are. I'm saying they're demons because the Bible says that Satan transforms himself into a beam of light. And what we saw back then in April, July, whenever we saw these things, they were beams of light. And to me, in my opinion, according to the scriptures, it's a mass deception to deceive people and get their minds away from the Christ, the true Savior. That's all I'm saying. And no hard feelings. I mean, we're still pals and there's respect amongst us. But that's my opinion based on what I know from the scriptures. And I'm not religious, and I don't have to be religious. But I know the scriptures very well, and I respect the scriptures very much.
Hey, Joe. Appreciate your opinion, and like always, you have your cameras ready over there. You've sent us some incredible video from on location, and we like different side of the argument of everything, and really appreciate it, Joe. And we'll look forward to having you back here soon.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Joe. And Reynolds and Linda from Hawaii, we got a couple minutes left. Any last words for our listeners and viewers?
Sure, it's been really, really wonderful to have both Joe and Robert there. And I tell you, this is the way everything should be. Everything should be out and open, and nothing left behind, no information left behind. For years, Hawaiians have been looking at this. Hawaiians have told about, seeing the star family and the connection to the star family. And it has been cut off from us. We've been taken down and stopped from understanding this. But, now we understand the truth. And Christ always says, seek the truth and it will set you free. And so we have stayed on that track and really wonderful things. I'm glad to hear Joe's comments and also Robert. I mean, you folks are doing a great job. And what is to open the eyes of people. Truly Christ is coming. And I understand that. I have a truly relationship with him. And he's our brother. He's our brother. And, once we understand that and we know that we are in the same track, that we have nothing to worry about, those UFOs that are coming are our star families, just like your family that comes and visit you. The same thing is happening. They've been there for years. All they're doing is checking on you and seeing that you're doing okay. And let me tell you, there ain't no way we're the only ones here in the whole entire universe. They have been there for thousands and thousands of years, and we are just the best of the best. We are the kings and queens here on the whole universe, but we're taking an experience that God gave us. And we are truly in the plan. So, Linda, I'll let Linda say this but I know that all of this is coming down, and by April, we're going to be seeing a lot. Okay,
Linda. We got to get Linda in. We got about 1 minute with Linda. Go ahead, Linda.
Okay. Well, again, thank you for everything. But I would like to say that what I see as a holistic physician is most people, demons are actually their fears, and their fears are coming out, and so that's their perception. So if you believe that you attract into your life what you put out, so if you're full of fear, you're going to see demons everywhere. If you're full of love, you're going to see angels. And that's not a Pollyanna attitude. It's an actual principle of the universe. So there's good things out there. And while there have been intrusive energies in the past, they're not so much now. Most of them are people's constructs of fear. And because this is a new paradigm, we're breaking into a new paradigm, and it's scary for a lot of people. So I want to honor Robert for the work that you do as well, because Reynolds also calls in starships, and it's breaking the paradigm, and it's showing people a different way, and it's a new way of light and love that we can all, be part of.
And it's wonderful,
thanks a lot, Linda. Our pleasure having you and Reynolds on the show, and I want to thank. And, we want to have you back on the show, and, we're working on a documentary with you guys, and we look forward to putting that out here in the future. And I want to thank Robert Bingham, the man who summons UFOs there in Los Angeles. We're going to keep you updated on more events that he's going to, put out there in Los Angeles. And, again, Joe Rodriguez, the private investigator, Envision Magic. Check out his YouTube channel. incredible video over there. And if anybody's captured anything amazing in regards to UFOs, you can contact Third Phase of the Moon via Skype or Facebook. My name's Blake Cousins. Keep your eyes on the skies, and we'll see you again next time. Again, next time.